Do you dread trying to stand up after sitting for a while due to stiffness or arthritis in your hips and knees? Or maybe your legs feel stuck when you do stand up, causing you to shuffle like this? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 simple exercises that can dramatically reduce that stiffness in just minutes a day, helping you stand up, walk, and move like you're decades younger. At the end of the video, I'll also share a common mistake my patients make that might actually make your stiffness worse, especially if you're over 60. But first, why do our hip and knee joints get stiff as we get older, especially if we're sitting for long periods? It all comes down to something remarkable happening inside your joints, a substance called synovial fluid. Think of it as an extremely soft, honey-like substance that reduces friction between your bones and actually nourishes your cartilage to keep it healthy and slippery. But here's the critical part most people don't realize. This fluid is produced at much higher quantities when you move your joints or put weight on them. On the flip, during periods of stillness, whether sleeping through a night or while you're watching your TV show, your body actually reduces synovial fluid production, causing it to thicken, similar to how honey crystallizes when you leave it out. This is exactly why those first few steps feel so stiff and creaky when you stand up. What's worse is that with age, and especially with osteoarthritis, research shows this fluid naturally becomes thicker and less effective, leading to increased friction, discomfort, and that frustrating stiffness. But here's the good news. There's one simple approach that can improve both the quality and the quantity of your synovial fluid: regular joint lubrication exercises. Think of these like stirring up the crystallized honey and warming it up until it's nice and smooth. Again, joint lubrication exercises are what have helped many of my patients in their 50s, 60s, and beyond stand up from a chair and walk smoothly and effortlessly. So now that you know why keeping your joints lubricated is so important, let's dive into 3 simple exercises you absolutely need to do and 1 common mistake to avoid. For exercise number 1, we're going to target our knee joints with my favorite preventative movement called heel sliders. From a sitting position, simply slide or lift your heel forward, straightening your leg and then bending it back. You don't have to stretch as far as possible. Just repeat it back and forth gently 10 times on each side. You can work one leg at a time, or you can alternate both legs in a smooth bicycle pedaling rhythm like this. This gentle motion not only lubricates the joint, but it also improves blood circulation by activating the muscles, which act like a natural pump to flush out any swelling in the area. I recommend all my patients with knee arthritis to perform this right before standing up, or better yet, every hour if you know you're going to be sitting for long periods, so you can prevent that stiffness from building in the first place. Try it out. When you practice this regularly, you'll notice that standing up becomes much more comfortable and fluid, and you don't have to do that shuffling walk when you first stand up. So now that we've covered our knee joints, for exercise number 2, we're going to target our hips, which can also become stiff, tight, and painful, preventing you from standing up straight. Start in a sitting position with your feet slightly less than hip width apart. Place both hands on the outside of your knees. From there, gently open your knees outward while keeping your feet planted on the floor, and then bring them back in using your hands slightly to assist. Try this movement first to see what your current range of motion is. If you have hip arthritis, this sideways motion may be challenging, so start with small, gentle movements first. Again, we're not trying to push to your maximum, just focusing on activating those muscles along the sides of your hips and lubricating those joints. This exercise is called the sitting clamshell and can be easily done in a car, a plane, or a restaurant chair. After you've done about 5 to 10 repetitions without significant pain, you can add a bit more challenge. Use your hands to create gentle resistance by pushing inwards as your knees push outwards. Use about 50% of your strength and hold each position for 3 to 5 seconds before relaxing. Repeat 5 to 10 times. This movement not only activates your hip muscles and joints, but also engages your arms, allowing you to smoothly push up into a standing position and start walking with ease. Now, before we get into a standing position for exercise 3, there is one bonus exercise that you can easily do while seated to loosen your ankle joints. These are called sitting heel raises. All you have to do is, with your feet planted on the floor, ankles right below your knees, lift your heels up and hold for 3 seconds. Repeat this 10 times. Again, this not only improves circulation in your lower legs, it can also warm up your calf muscles, preparing them to walk. It's very similar to warming up your car engine before driving. Okay, it's time for exercise number 3. We are now going to move into a standing position by pushing firmly through your feet and deliberately bringing your hips forward as you rise. This activates your glutes a bit further and will help you set the stage for this next movement. For this final exercise, we're going to perform a simple side-to-side weight shift like this. If needed, keep a chair nearby for support. Now, the key thing to remember here is that you're not leaning over with your trunk. Keep your body straight as you shift your weight into one foot, then the other. This gentle rocking motion mimics the natural weight transfer that happens when you walk, effectively preparing your hip and knee joints for movement. To enhance the benefit, try lifting one heel, then the other as you shift. This subtle adjustment increases the weight transfer from side to side, further awakening those hip and knee muscles that have been dormant. This exercise is particularly valuable if you've been sitting still for more than 2 to 3 hours. I recommend just 10 to 20 gentle shifts, which can make a remarkable difference in how smoothly you move right after. Now remember, there's no shame in using support. What matters is that you're moving. Now this brings us to an important question. When and how often should I do all 3 exercises? Think of it like caring for houseplants. You wouldn't drench them with water once a week and then ignore them the rest, right? These mini movement breaks work the same way. Slip them in while watching TV, before or after sleeping, during phone calls, or as the kettle boils. The beauty is you can do them anywhere you sit for extended periods, on airplanes, in the car, even discreetly at restaurants. So, similar to how plants thrive with consistent small amounts of water and attention, your joints respond better to brief moments of movement throughout your day rather than sitting motionless for hours. Now, I need to warn you about one common mistake that might be making your joint stiffness worse after sitting. Many people with leg pain and swelling are advised to elevate their feet. While this can provide temporary relief, staying in this position for more than 1 to 2 hours can actually backfire. Yes, the swelling might decrease slightly, but remaining motionless for greater than 2 hours causes your synovial fluid to thicken, ultimately increasing stiffness when you do try to move again. This is particularly problematic for those with knee or hip arthritis. This is why I remind all my patients 2 simple rules. Motion is lotion and rest is rust. If elevation helps you, that's fine. Just be sure to take brief movement breaks every 45 to 60 minutes to perform these lubricating exercises before returning to your elevated position. Your joints will thank you, and so will I. So, now that you know how to relieve the stiffness in your joints, here is something more exciting. Did you know you can build leg strength and total body strength right at home with 10 simple moves? Download my free exercise guide, which gives you step-by-step instructions for these essential exercises for anyone over 50. Just click the link in the description below, or you can watch this video for a complete step-by-step demonstration of all 10 essential exercises. I'll see you there.